Good morning, Carm. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Hi, Hope. You must be new here.
Good. Thanks for asking.
Oh, golly. Sorry. Sherry, it's doing that thing where it thinks that that Siri thinks that she's you. So Hope, if you are brand new here, if you would follow and like me at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. One thing I wanted to talk about this morning. So, hey Melissa, how are you? If you also would follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. And then if you would ask to join my private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott, you will not be sorry. It's the greatest group of gals and boys if they want to join. Just artsy peeps. They're kind and generous and lovely. But I will say, if you, when I send out emails, I really need you to open them, because if you don't open them, the algorithm that runs the newsletter distribution, if you don't open them right away, and so even if you just open it and don't read it until later, make sure you open it, because if not, you'll get popped off the distribution list, and then it's kind of harder to get you back on. I mean, we can do it. I just, it would be easier that way. Hey, Aunt Chris. There's Aunt Chris, the snowflake girl, everyone. So this morning, Keely sent me a message that there's a spelling error in the last art printable that I posted yesterday. So I will pull it, and then I will make the correction and post it back up. But it might be later on today that I do that. I will pull it this morning before Jeff and I got invited to go to the rodeo. We're so excited. Everyone will be wearing masks and there's social distancing, but seriously, to just get out and do something, so excited. So excited. Our friends are here from Montana, and they are a rodeo family, and so we are so excited and ready to go get out and talk to people, and I'm sure you're all struggling with the same things. So today we are revisiting an artist that we studied last year, Alma Thomas. And she was just, oh my gosh, she was amazing. So I'm going to show you my last year's entry of Alma Thomas. Can you see that? And then I'm also going to pull up my smaller iPad so we can talk. I can show you some of her work while we talk about her, and then we can fill our page. Hi, Sharon. So then we can fill our page with beautiful artwork. Hey, Rennie, I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Okay, so here we go. All right, so Alma Thomas, here's some of her work. So, this is one that she created called Fantastic Sunset. So here's the coolest thing about Alma Thomas. So she was an African-American artist. Hey, Keels. And she started drawing. She would start her paintings with pencil drawings and then fill them in, each segment in with watercolor. She also worked with acrylics, but mostly watercolors. So she kind of fits our bill, doesn't she? So let me tell you a little bit about her. She's the first African American woman to have her work hung in the White House. Her most famous works, here's the fascinating part, were painted in the last 2 decades of her life. She was born in 1891 and died in 1978. Her home is a National Historic Landmark in Georgia. She expressed her affinity for the natural world. So let's pull up something else. So here, also a similar work. Here she is. She was an art teacher before. Here's a beauty. Oh, here we go. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Hey, Rosanna, how are you? Here's a quote. Color is life. Ain't that the truth? Come on, guys, right? Man's highest aspirations come from nature. A world without color would seem dead. Color is life. Light is the mother of color. Light reveals to us the spirit and living soul of the world through colors. Okay, let's see. Here are some of her most famous paintings. Light Blue Nursery. Let's see if I can find that one. Light Blue Nursery. White Roses Sing and Sing. That one is so cool. Let me find it. Because that one doesn't look at all... Right here. Look at this. Is that the cool... Like, if you look, White Roses Sing and Sing. If you look at the... So there's a painted background and then there's white. She is very famous for her bold colors and her bold expressionist application of paint. Expressionist, not impressionist. I know, I just love her style too. I do. She's really, it's almost mosaic-like. Her, look at this. This one was inspired by the astronauts. And now I don't remember which space flight it was, but it's Starry Nights and the Astronauts. And that's at the Art Institute of Chicago Keels. So there's another something we need to go visit when I come and visit. She is really, if you really study her work, you'll see that there's broken colored line styles, right? Like I said, that was very reminiscent of mosaic. But her line, pattern, and rhythm were paramount. Hey, Nancy, how are you? I know. You know what? And I think that's the beauty of Rennie. That's the beauty of revisiting these artists, is that now you have that base knowledge, but like I needed to be reminded of the details of her. But then like I came up with a whole new idea of what I wanted to do. Her stuff is just, oh my gosh, so inspiring. Brilliantly hued short brushstrokes aligned in dazzling vertical stripes and radiating circular compositions inspired by natural phenomenon like the patterns of light in her garden and images from the Apollo moon missions. How amazing is that? Hey, Jamie, how are you? She developed her signature style, large abstract paintings filled with patterns of bright colors in her 70s. How amazing is that? Can we just say hoorah to that amazing woman? She makes every brushstroke vibrant and visible. And so think about that when you're thinking about your own composition in your art journal today. Think about number one, your color palette, and number two, your composition. Think about how you're going to fill your page with her amazing style. So I'm thinking that I've started this page, I can't even tell you how many times. I can't even tell you. Seriously, I had started, like, I was going to do some kind of a landscape for a while, and then I was going to do another circle, kind of the radiating circles out from the center. Then I was going to do the stripes because I was kind of inspired by that. But now I really feel like, you know what? I want to do a rainbow. I've just been kind of into rainbows lately, and so I feel like I want to do it. I mean, remember, we're always being inspired by these artists. We don't have to do exactly what they do. We just take inspiration from their style and their... Hey, Luann, how are you? So let's, I hope that you have your art journal ready and you have a pencil and an eraser in case you want to change your mind 70 times like me. And I'm not too concerned about these pencil marks because I'm going to have so much paint and other things going on. I don't think that that's even going to be an issue, but I do, hey Carm. So I'm going to kind of do a light pencil arch for my, you know what, you guys can do whatever you want. Remember, this is your paying homage to Alma. I mean, how cool is it that her painting is hanging in the White House? I just think that is about, can you even imagine the honor of that? I think that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to give myself kind of a basic outline of what I want to draw, of what I want to fill with all of those beautiful mosaic tiles. And I noticed that some of her mosaics were, some were quite uniformish, you know, like they were all kind of rounded rectangles. And some were even more like torn pieces of paper. It was really cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I want to do one more. Oops. I just want to make sure that I fill my entire space with mosaic, with painted mosaic. So how about you guys? What are you thinking you want to do? What are you thinking you want to fill your space with? Like I said, she has so many, if you notice this, they're all quite organic and different shapes and sizes. This is kind of cool where she has one color background and then another color on top. I love that. I do love, look at this. Look at that. How cool is that? So just know that this is going to be quite labor intensive, and that's okay because we have a whole month before we meet again. So think about how you want to fill. Did you do a rainbow? Ooh, that's cool. You know, I wish, now I'm honest to Pete. I just need to make a dang decision. But seriously, I love this. I love where there's all these little pockets of interest. I love that, where each little area is filled with these kind of organic shapes that just kind of grow into each other, you know? So so everybody get your pencil out. I hope everybody is painting along with us, creating along with us, and start your tribute to Ms. Alma Thomas. So here's a cool one that they've made into a welcome mat, which is weird, but whatever. Oh, I wanted to tell you one thing that I saw this week. Do you remember Swatch watches from the 80s? Jeff bought me one. Well, it was one of the first presents he ever bought me. It was black with white polka dots. So I was looking, and I think I've misplaced it somewhere along the way. But anyway, I was looking at, so then I just looked up swatches, and you know, they have a Museum of Modern Art series. They have a Van Gogh one, they have Piet Mondrian, they have all kind of them. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Don't you love that, maybe you just need to deepen your color skills on your Alma Thomas. Is there a way that you could, because you did it in the notebook, huh? I don't know if there's a rectification for that, if that's even a word. I think I want to do kind of a heart in here. And then I think I want to, I really want to continue on with my brick kind of base that I have here. So I'm feeling like this could be, I want to do this light enough that I'm able to erase my pencil marks. Her stuff is so amazing, Jamie. Her stuff is just seriously so amazing. And so inspiring. I love her command of color language. So really think about your color wheel and how you want to represent your color palette as you create whatever content you're going to create today. So I would love to know what everyone's doing, like how everyone's handling this challenge, this artist study. Oops. I'm telling you, her stuff is just stunning. And don't you love the oh, that's a great idea, Rennie. Change up your medium. That's, you know, I'm going to use my Josie Lewis watercolors because those colors are so vibrant, and that's kind of where I want to be. That's kind of what I've been kind of playing with. in my noggin as I was preparing this lesson. I thought, oh, I want it to be bright and beautiful and like be the coolest version of a mosaic, you know? I mean, if while you study her work, be sure to notice that she utilizes white space in such a deliberate and effective way. So really kind of watch that, watch her style, be on the lookout for her utilization of white space, because remember, we're really working toward that contrast. We really want to have that make those mosaic pieces pop, right? But I do feel like I really want to play with the idea of, let me try and move my hand so I'm not right on top of it. Like this one, I kind of wish I would have done something, well, it's not like I can't do another, but so I will do another where I paint the background a color and then do mosaic on top. That seems really, really cool. I really like that. I really like that concept and idea. So now I'm going to change up my pieces. I'm going to make kind of smaller little bricks of color. I don't know what else to call them. Because that's going to give me some nice visual interest too. Right? But I'm going to be, when I start to add color, I want to add rainbow color. But back here, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I want to do some bricks, or maybe I want to do some up and down stripes. I don't know. I really want to, this time, really play with the shapes and really think about mosaics. I mean, you might look up some mosaics and kind of see like what is the most attractive to your eye? What do you see that really captures your attention? And the way mosaic pieces fit in such a way that they're not exact fits, right? But they fit in such a way that your eye knows what it's trying to convey. I think that's the coolest. And I really want to do, you know what I just thought of? I could do color is life in mosaic letters down here. So color is life. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters. There's 13 letters in color is life, because remember, we always count the space in between each word as a letter, so that we have 5, 6. So is life. So we could even make this 2. So we can kind of lightly draw our letters so that we have a base of idea of where we're going. Whoops, like. That might be kind of cool. So think about if you want to do something similar, if you want to put one of her quotes or her name in kind of mosaic letters, that might be kind of a cool thing. So let's do here, R, O, L, O, C. That's pretty good. It's pretty proportioned. But I really want to work on creating pieces that are going to... Hi Hope, how are you? Today we are studying the art of Alma Thomas, and we are paying homage to her in our art journals. So gather up your artsy supplies. And join us by creating kind of a mosaic-like painting. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving it. And remember, these can be kind of rough organic shapes because remember they're like broken pieces of pottery or but they'll be represented with paint, with bright, vibrant brush strokes of color. So Keels, what's your landscape gonna be? Are you feeling like something near you or something that you've seen in your travels? What are you feeling like? And just know that this one's kind of wide. Because this is an abstract painting, so to speak, it takes some thought. You want to take your time. I think people are under the misguided impression that abstract art doesn't take careful planning and isn't well thought out, but it absolutely is. So I'm going to finish up my letters and then get back to my rainbow. I like to put their name on their... Hi, Kiplin. I like to put their name on the painting that we've done because I like to remember. You know what I mean? I like to remember where we were. I need to go back and I want to put the dates of everything that we've created. Like Bert Morsa. I totally want to do this one again. This style. I loved this one. And Frida Kahlo, I made sure I put her name and her dates, but I'm also, ooh, cool, Keels, but I also want to go back and look up the dates that we studied that person, and just because it's nice to, it's kind of fun to look back and see where we were and what we were doing, and like I said, it's just I want to try something a little different this time. I want to kind of fill in make them a little different this time. Like a little bit of a pattern, not much, but just a little bit that just add to some visual interest. Not that there's not a lot of visual interest going on in my composition, but I'm really loving it. It's just kind of fun to play with shapes and then with color, right? Just really liking the meditative effect this has on me. And don't you think that I often say in my pop-in paint parties that that's a great way to warm up your creative muscle, right? Is to do something quite meditative, and then to by the end of the hour, your brain is thinking in a totally different way. You know, you're coming up with different styles and different So should I go back to this, or should I come up with something else? I'm kind of feeling like I want to do something like long and skinny, some long and skinny pieces. And I really want to yes, I feel like that when you do something a little bit mindless and repetitive, that's when I come up with some of my best creative notions. You know, I find myself imagining it in my mind's eye, how it will look, what colors I'll apply, how I'll fill that shape, or how I'll do the next one, the next piece that I'll do in my art journal in that artist's style. I mean, that art is there for inspiration, you know? I hope everybody's having a meditative moment and thinking about the colors that you want to use, and kind of where you want your painting to go, what you want your piece to kind of say to you. Remember, it. This is just for you. Art journaling is all about creative exercise and experimentation, and so everything doesn't need to be a masterpiece. I want everybody to remember that. We're doing, but I don't want you to rush through it either. I want you to really think it through and learn from each exercise. You're going to learn so much if you just let yourself like fully immerse in the process of creating your composition and thinking about your color palette and how you're going to apply it and all of those things. And remember, you can turn your art journal. I'm telling you, when I learned that, you can turn your substrate, whatever your substrate is. When you turn it, oh my gosh, number one, it's so much nicer on your hand. But number two, like, you're going to start to see a different perspective. And that can only be a good thing, right? So what is everyone else doing? Carm, what are you drawing? Are you doing one of her radiating circles? Are you doing the lines? The lines almost look like a serape, don't they? I kind of, like, that's what it kind of looked like to me when the first time I saw it. Ooh, nice, Rennie. Don't you love how sometimes they just kind of grow up? Oh, iris tulips lines. Nice, nice, nice. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? You can come up with your base idea, but then it does just kind of grow, doesn't it? Kind of a way. Ooh, are you using blues? Are you going to use blues and greens and purples, do you think? I like that people are embracing the process of, like, it can just kind of turn into something different, right? It can, we can certainly grow it into whatever we want it to be and whatever it kind of turns into. Embracing that process, I think that's kind of a cool thing too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to... Oh, painting first, not drawing. Ooh, I'm so anxious to see, Sherry. I'm really liking it. I'm really, really liking it. Anybody else painting and not... Oh, Carol, that's kind of cool. The front of a fireplace. Like a hearth. That's kind of a cool idea. Is anyone else painting without drawing? I'm anxious to see. And when you post them, be sure to say that, because I would love to see, do you know what I mean? The difference. Like how, and that we can, whatever we did, next time we could try the opposite. I mean, that's the beauty of an art journal, right? Like I said, it's a place to explore and experiment some new ways of creating art. I'm really, really, really liking it. And I'm getting anxious to put color, you know? I'm trying really hard to just stay in the moment. But I am getting excited to start applying color. Well, I am drawing all of my bricks, and I often will, I'll erase the main lines, but then I also like to kind of work my pencil lines into my composition. Do you know what I mean? Like I use them as guides for shading if they don't all erase, and that's okay with me. Some people are more, that's bothersome to them, and that's all right, right? To each his own, or her own. I just thought that Alma was a great person for us to honor during Women's International Women's Month. You know, that she was a trailblazer to be sure, and what a mentor for all of us, an inspiration. Oh my gosh, that tree is so amazing, Catherine. I am dying to see it in real life. It's like a painting, isn't it? When you look out your window, it just must be, what a beauty. Catherine just moved into this new home, and she has the most amazing tree that she looks out onto. I think it would be lovely to pay tribute to that, Kath. Isn't that crazy? It's already changing color, or your painting's already changing. I find that to be the case oftentimes. I mean, look at how much mine's changed. Like, ancient Old English oak. Oh, we're gonna all have to look that up. It just like fills the sky. That's what it looks like to me. How you doing, Sue? So be sure to spend some time looking her up, Miss Alma Thomas. So I think I'm gonna start applying color. Because I haven't, number one, I haven't decided what I want to do in the background, or what I want to do here, or what I want to do here. So I'm gonna just start applying color, and kind of seeing where I go from there. So you can do where you draw your lines, right? And then you can erase as you kind of go along. And that will, oh, my eraser's so dirty. That will, your lines will still be there, but not as bright as they were. Look at how dirty my eraser is. Maybe it's this different lead, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've drawn on here 75 times and erased it a whole bunch of times. Okay, let's find a nice brush to begin. And wet my brush. And then start with my red. Just gonna fill these kind of organic shapes with color. So did I tell you guys one of the bands, remember I'm doing the 100-day project, one of the bands that I listened to was the Fifth Dimension. Oh my gosh, did that bring back some memories. For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm going to cover this whole section with a kind of some layers of but that's okay. That's okay, Rennie, right? It's not you don't have to finish it quick, right? You can do it in segments. You can do it, let's spray my watercolors. You can, it's not meant to be finished quickly, right? It's meant to be kind of a contemplative act, you know? So it's okay if it takes forever. It's okay if you have pencil lines. It's okay. All of it is okay. I promise. It's the creative journey. I'm sure you've heard that before, all of you. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Because think about, absolutely, Keels, it's absolutely a fun project to do color mixing. Absolutely. Because I've already kind of been thinking about that I want to, like, what do I want to put behind the heart? What do I want to put, how do I want to create my transition of colors from one set of bricks to the next, you know? I've kind of been thinking about that. I love that you have more than one journal, Rennie. As I'm sure most of us probably do. Right? Like the application of this color is, oh, it's making me so happy. I hope everybody else is happy with their project and are thinking it through. I think I have like one little hair on the end of this brush because I keep getting this one dot of color. Well, that's kind of bugging me. Let's see. I know, I have all kinds of them too. But that's like, and I love to go back and look at them and I learn from that, you know? Like sometimes I learn what not to do. Sometimes I learn what I loved that I did. Or I want to play with that color combination again, or that technique again. I think that's what they're for. You know? I never want somebody to feel like their art journal has to be filled with masterpieces. It's just about the process. And think about, so from all of these lessons, from all of these artists' study, think about how your artistic style has grown and broadened with the introduction or revisiting of all of these masters, you know, that we can learn from their years of study and color application, right? 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. It all goes so fast, you guys, doesn't it? Like, I'm always amazed at how fast it all goes. So the whole reason I brought up the fifth dimension is because they're in my head. I don't have any music on this morning. I will look it up, Sherry, and I'll let you know. Because I want to date mine too. And like I will remember now I'll remember to date as I go along. Rennie, I do use watercolor ground every now and again, but August, holy smokes. It's just crazy. That much time has passed. But come on. Don't you love that? Like, we have all of these amazing friends and all of this amazing art to go back. And don't you find yourself recognizing the art of all of these artists throughout your life? Whether it's commercials or magazine ads or public arts, if you're out and about, where people have emulated that artist's style. I told you when I was driving through the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, there were all of these fish, these public works. You know how like Chicago has cows, blah 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 blah. Anyway, there were all these fish, and there was a fish that was painted in Piet Mondrian's style, and I was just blown away. It was so cool. I wish I would have asked my sister to stop the car. She totally would have too, but I was just, like, it just happens in a flash. But like I said, like, there are Vans tennis shoes that are, that pay homage and are inspired by certain artists. I know, Solomon. And there are Converse All-Stars that are inspired by different artists. So just kind of think about that as you're just going through life, that you have all of this knowledge in your noggin. I know, Solomon. Sorry, guys, I gotta put him out. Come on, Sally. Sophie, come. Okay, sorry. sorry. Oh, awesome, Keels. Thank you. I just always count on you to keep me in line. I want to finish this yellow. Anybody else? Solomon is absolutely a tap dancer. Oh, that's cool, Keels. That would be something to see, wouldn't it? Let's see. I love that. I will absolutely go back and date mine because it'll be fun to see where we were. That's for sure. I do remember that our first Let's Get Artsy Together apart was April 11th. I had done some Instagram, like some IGTV, so you can go back and watch those with just some art journaling entries. And then it just, I don't even know how it started. Like, I don't know what happened in my noggin that I was like, you know what? Let's study artists. It just kind of happened. And then it just kind of evolved and just kept growing and growing. I loved it because don't you feel like what an amazing thing we did throughout the pandemic, you know? It was something so therapeutic, and especially during all of those months where we were all kind of so unsure, like how long is this gonna last and what's happening next and all of that craziness, right? It is a wonderful happening. Oh, thanks, Nance. I'm so happy I did her again too. She was just amazing. And I just think that it's fun to, hey Bev Veach, it's really fun to challenge yourself to paint or create within the perimeters of that artist's style, right? Because that's where you're going to grow, right? You're going to, like this, we know we have little segments of color, right? So we know that we have to create within those parameters. It doesn't have to be exactly like hers, but it has to be within the realm of hers, right? And then, and think about how you're going to grow from that. What is the likelihood that we would paint in mosaic style? You never know. But it's fun to know. And how cool is it to learn all about Alma? What a woman, right? And the lesson that it is never too late, is never too late to start your dream. Have I gone over, Keels? Because now I realize I just started the green. I feel like I really, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You know what? But that's the beauty, right? You can go back and watch any of the ones you want to watch. You can, and that they're here, ongoing, and that we keep learning from each other. I love that. I love it. And as Carmen says, you have new dinner party conversation. You could talk about Alma Thomas at a dinner party and look so well read, right? And you could reference some of her paintings. You could talk about the space program of the 60s and 70s. You could, I mean, golly, think about all that we've, just from today's artist. That's just today's artist. That's not the others too, you know? I think that's, well, I also think that art certainly speaks for the times, doesn't it? And it has rescued me many a time in my life, that's for sure. Just the creative expression has, you can work out lots of feelings, and you can work out lots of emotions, because you're kind of losing yourself and just thinking about color or shape or line, right? But while that's happening, your meditative mind is going, maybe you should write a letter to that person, or I don't know, you know. Maybe you really should get a green couch. Whatever the thing is that's, whatever the thing is that's in your noggin, you know, that you're kind of trying to work through. I think creative expression is the way to go. That's for sure. But I find that that happens for me if I go for a long walk, if I, you know, just letting your brain go someplace else. When you do that, I find that it just lets you let go a little bit. And then you think about it more clearly. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving it. I do, like I just keep coming up with, oh, absolutely, Laura. Absolutely. I don't think this is going away for me. I feel like it's, COVID gave it to me, gave me this opportunity, but I feel like it's a different way for me to, you know, I'm all about spreading the good word about art. But I feel like I want to continue to grow this. I'm not ready to let go. And I hope none of you are either. That's for sure. Like my brain is so full of cool ideas. I hope yours is too. And that your tribute to Alma is coming together in your noggin, and that your art journal just continues to get full of inspiration and cool art. So I don't know. You know, everybody, I don't know if I'm able to travel yet. I just got my one shot, so I'm waiting for my second shot. But when I am able, I will certainly invite that opportunity, because Sue, I would have never met you if I didn't do that. And how cool is that? I love that we met. I love that I have friends and artsy acquaintances all over the country, right? So I would love to, love to. And you know, I'm all about supporting those small businesses. So I really want to continue that if I can. And Sue, I gotta come and see Susan's new store, for crying out loud. So, Jamie, you're just getting back into art journaling? Is that what you're saying? Well, I'm not going away. That's for sure. But Jeff just came in the door, so I guess that means we need to get ready to go to the rodeo. So you know I'll totally be all filled with inspiration from that. Remember that Tuesday is Pop and Paint Party Day, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hey, Janet. Oh my gosh, someday soon I want to come over and hug and kiss on that cute baby of Khalees's. I can't believe he looks just like her. So if you are brand new here, please follow and like me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then ask to join our private Facebook group. One of the questions is I'm going to ask for your email address. Please be sure to fill that out so that you can get the Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs newsletter, and that is full of all the artsy happenings. I have 2 new stamp sets that came out from Unity this week, so you can check those out. Pie Like You and You Are All Kinds of Wonderful. Those are the 2 sets. I played with them on Thursday's art Pop and Paint Party, so if you want to go check those out, and I'll probably play with those again next week sometime. And like I said, I'm going to go back and correct my spelling mistake. I'm an artist, not an English major. That's my kid. So I will correct that spelling error, and then I will go back and repost it. What else? What else is coming down the pike? I have some new stamps coming out from Funky Fossil Designs, but I don't know when that's coming. I will post about Bible journaling probably by the end of the weekend, because everybody's going to need to go out and get a sheet of acetate. You're going to need some acetate. So I want to give everybody enough time to do that. So I will post the supply list and the artwork. I'm shooting for the end of the weekend. If nothing else, I will post the class supplies by the end of the weekend, and I'll make the new private Facebook group. So I adore you all. Thank you so much for just coming and making art with me and paying homage to Miss Alma. That can't be a bad thing, right? Oh, Sue, I've already ordered all kinds of foil from Susan, because she has that wall of foil. Oh my gosh. And she has all of the Catherine Pooler colors. So that's a that's a point of interest for me, that's for sure. Anything where she has like a wall of color, I'm like, stop, go back, I want to see all the colors. I adore you all. Thank you so much, and continue to make art. It'll make you feel better, that's for sure. Talk to you soon. Bye.